everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith E. Phillips and it's Saturday, the 21st. Look, I changed the thing. Are you proud of me? It's Saturday and it is my big writing day. It's an exciting day though because the writers that I know in the area are having a little writing meetup later this afternoon. So I did take my husband to work this morning so I could use the car, and later this afternoon I'm going to be heading up to meet with them and hopefully get some more work done. So that'll be exciting. At the moment though, it's almost 10 o'clock and I am going to try to get started on some work. If you follow me over on Instagram, you might already know, but I did finish the notes that I was trying to take on each chapter and fiddling with the plot and all that kind of stuff. So I've finished that, which is very exciting. Hey friends, it is 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday the 19th. I'm not going to be vlogging normally at this early hour, but yesterday I finished the notes that I wanted to take for each scene, and so now I need to make a plan going forward and like how am I gonna fix all this stuff. So one of the things that I'm gonna start working on today are brainstorming ideas for how to fix that middle section, that pesky middle section where we have a mystery that doesn't work. I actually had an idea when I was falling asleep last night that I think might work. So I'm gonna just sort of like type up my notes for what I was thinking for that. I don't know if it's a good idea. You know, sometimes you have those ideas when you're like falling asleep and you're like, yes, this is literally amazing. And then you wake up and you're like, what? Why would you think that was a good idea? But I'm gonna type it out, see what I think. So we'll see what my brain can do this morning in terms of brainstorming. I woke up with a huge headache. So I did take some medicine before I came back here. So hopefully that'll kick in soon. But yeah, let's do some brainstorming at 6 in the morning. So now I'm ready to do a little bit of brainstorming because there were certain parts of those notes where I wasn't necessarily like solving the issue. I was just noting that there was an issue. So I need to do a little brainstorming to figure out how to fix certain things within the manuscript. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. The biggest part that needs work is that middle section where I have like a little bit of a mystery element going on. I need to figure out kind of what to do there. I think I had an idea that might work. It's a little different than what I had originally, but it might work. We'll see. And yes, I did say Instagram because I am trying to be a little more active over there, and I've been successful so far, I think. A little bit. I'm not posting like every day. I'm not trying to put pressure on myself to like have a certain schedule. I'm posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not doing that. When I have something that I feel like I want to share, I am keeping the Instagram platform in mind in order to do so. So I've posted over there several times. I'm posting stories and stuff too. So if you want to go follow me over there, the link for that is in the description. And yeah, I've been trying to just enjoy it. Post what I want. I'm not trying to like gain followers or like do, you know, I'm just having a good time, you know? I feel like that's an attitude that a lot of people are taking with Instagram lately. Because there's a lot of people who don't want to do reels. Like, I'm not really interested in doing reels. And I just want to post some pictures, maybe a story or two, and just let it be. So anyway, that's happening. Other than that, I have been successful in getting up at 5:30 every morning this past week. Yay! So good. And it's been a very good thing that I chose to do that because honestly, that's like the only time during the day that I'm doing writing work. After my day job work, I'm doing some specific training with Jade, and then it's kind of like, I don't know, like I get off work at 4 I like to stand up and stretch. Like we go out, you know, let the dogs potty. I do a little training with Jade. And then sometimes like she wants to kind of snuggle and that. So I want to be supporting that kind of a friendly bond and stuff with her. And then like by 5:30, I'm like getting dinner ready. And then my husband gets home around 6:20 and we eat the dinner and then we take the dogs on a walk and then we have a little bit of playtime with them. And then listen, okay, at 8 o'clock, we have to start getting like bunny medicines distributed and ready. And then like by 8:30, I'm sometimes in bed. Okay, I wash my face, I brush my teeth at the end of the day, and I get in bed and I read. And then that's like my reading time. That's when I have time to read. Yeah, there's just not a lot of time. after work ends, there's just not a lot of time. So anyway, the 5:30 has been, it's been 5:30 in the morning, but it has afforded me the time to actually do some writing work. So I'm going to try to keep continuing that for the foreseeable future. It's not, I don't feel like it's making me like overtired or anything else during the rest of the day. It's kind of annoying, but there it is. So I'm going to pull this up and see what I can do. I had started doing like a little bit of a brainstorm thing here, I think on Thursday. Friday I got up and okay, listen. One of the things that I've seen suggested is when you're trying to figure out part of your plot or you're trying to solve a plot hole or something like that, very general advice. Obviously, this isn't for all the time, but the general piece of advice I've always heard is don't just go with your first idea. Make yourself think of more and more ideas, because the more you think about it, the more creative you're going to be, and you're going to think of a potentially better solution by like the fifth or sixth thing you think of, rather than that very first thing. Usually the first thing you think of is the most obvious thing. And, you know, if it's super obvious, it's not going to be all that interesting for a reader because they're probably going to have thought of the same thing. So anyway, Friday I got up and I was like, okay, we're going to like brainstorm some other possible solutions for this middle section. And I literally wrote 4 words. I could not think of anything else. So I do want to do a little more brainstorming for this piece today and see if I can think of anything different. I like my first idea. I don't know if it's a super obvious thing. I don't know. But I do feel like I need some other options, and then at least I'll be able to sort of evaluate them and see which one might be best. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead, actually grab some water first, and then we're going to get to this. Actually, I have something funny to tell you because it was like half cute and half like, are you kidding me? So one of the things that we've had to do is turn our sofa completely around in the living room so that Jade cannot get on it. And I have a fitted sheet over the top of it so they can't get on it. And it's been like that for months now, and the dogs have not touched it at all, and it's been fine. I dropped my husband off at work, like I said this morning, came back. The dogs were excited to see me, pet them. Went in the other room to check on Crispin, messed with him for a second. When I came back in the living room, I found this. I don't know why she decided suddenly this was what she was going to do, but I was like, dang it. No, you can't get on the sofa. So I did get her off. She wasn't pissed about it, which was great. And then I pulled the sheet tight across it, so hopefully she won't try that again. The little so-and-so. She was very cute, but also that's not where she's allowed to be for the moment. So yeah, I'm really hoping that she doesn't try that again, because I don't know where else we can put the sofa. It's a sofa. It's not like I can just shove it in a closet. Anyway, let me get some water and then I'll be right back. It is a little after 11 now. I think I have a good plan here. It is going to change a little bit of not only that middle section, but I'm going to need to add stuff into the beginning. But I think it'll be a good addition because it'll give the heroine... Can you hear her? She's just crying in there. I took her outside to potty. She didn't want to potty. It's bedtime, so I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, I think this idea will be good for the story. I think it'll give the heroine a little more depth, a little more to her character. It'll allow her to have like a goal and an interest outside of the hero, you know what I mean? So I think it'll be good. I need to do some research. So I don't want to do all that today though. And it doesn't need to be like intensive research, but I do want to know a little more about the subject matter before I go too far with it. I think what I'm going to do at this point is maybe go back into those first sections and figure out, okay, where am I sprinkling in information so then that this new middle section will make sense, and sort of flow with, you know, the rest of the story and what we've learned about the character and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get to work on that and hopefully not be distracted by this dog. What is she doing? What are you doing? What's the matter? Yeah? We went out. You didn't want a potty. Yeah, you're okay. Are you going to go night-nights? So I've got about an hour left before I need to head out for the little meetup. Things are going good. I think I'll be able to weave this new sort of thread into the rest of the story without too much problem. So I'm excited so far. So far, we're doing good. I'm going to pause for the moment. I need to just do some stuff around the house. I wanted to throw some laundry in. I need to copy this version of the Scrivener document onto my laptop so I have a laptop to take with me with, you know, work on it to do. So yeah, just a few little things around the house to get ready and then we will get going. I'm excited. I'll see you in a little bit. Womp womp. The writing meetup was a lot of fun. It actually ended up just being me and one other person, but I was very glad to see her. I hadn't seen her, I think, in like a year. So we had time to catch up and be encouraging to each other about our writing journeys. She's a really great person to talk with when you need some motivation or encouragement to keep going. Like, she's always just super motivating. So it was really great to catch up with her. I meant to sort of wrap up the vlog when I got home, but the end of the day was just sort of a rushed rush and I didn't have time to really even say anything to a camera. So here I am. It's actually Wednesday. So I was going to just wrap this up, but I did want to let you know, sad news earlier this week. If you follow me over on Instagram, I did a little post, but we did have to say goodbye to Crispin on Monday. He was very old. If you've followed me for a while, you know, he had only 3 legs. He'd had one removed back in May of 2021. He had cancer, and so they chopped off that leg. He had developed arthritis and stuff, and so the last several months since July, so it's been over 6 months, since July, he's been in a bassinet, like a freestanding baby bassinet, because he really couldn't keep his balance anymore. He was falling over all the time. He couldn't get up after he had fallen over. So we had like towel bolsters in there. And the last month probably he's really struggled. I've been putting more and more towel bolsters in there to the point where he was literally like wrapped in a towel. And on Monday morning, I got up, fiddled with his bedding,
tried to sit him up and stand him up in the towel bolsters so he could eat his breakfast and everything. And it did not matter how I arranged those towels. He just could not stay on his feet. He just couldn't. He kept slumping over or falling backwards, or just like he couldn't lean forward just a little bit to get to like the food bowl and his water dish and stuff like that. And I just was like, I think this is it. So we called and made an appointment for later that afternoon and took him to the vet and said goodbye. And so he went over the Rainbow Bridge, and he'll be waiting for his little girlies, his Junie and Lucy. They're still doing okay. But he got to meet up with Nibs and Tilly, who are over there, and hopefully they'll all get along. They didn't always get along in real life, but Rainbow Bridge, like everyone's friends over there, right? So they were over there for him, and he has his fourth leg is back, I assume. So he can run and jump and do all the little bunny things. So it was a sad day. I held him, which was weird. He didn't usually like being held, but we ended up giving him some gabapentin to try to just calm him and make sure, if he's in any kind of discomfort, that would maybe take the edge off. And it really seemed to chill him out. It's kind of like a sedative, really. And he let me hold him like for hours. I mean, I had gotten up at 5:30 that morning, and after I got out of the shower, I held him for hours. I held him in the car on the drive down to the vet. I held him in the vet's office. So anyway, he was nice and cozy at the end. It's been really weird the last couple days, because for the first time since like fall of 2021, there is no disabled bunny in our house. The girls are fine. Like, I don't need to be checking on them constantly. Our little foster bunny boy is totally fine. Like, I don't need to be checking on him. He's young. They obviously need food and water and stuff like that, but like they're not like falling over and a mess. So it's been really strange not having one or two bunnies to be checking up on like constantly through the day. It's been weird. I have had definitely a bunch of times where I'm like, oh, I haven't checked on him in like 30 minutes. I gotta go check. And then it's like, oh, there's no one there to check on. So it's sad, but he had a very peaceful passing, which is the most you can hope for. We're down to 2 of our own bunnies and 1 foster bunny. So yeah, it's just sad. But anyway, I wanted to let you know, because I know a lot of you like seeing him in the vlogs and everything. But he won't be here anymore. We'll have his little box, his little cremated ashes box to put on the shelf next to Nibs and Tilly. I hope you've had a good week, though. I hope you've made progress in your writing projects. I hope you have healthy pets and you can hug them and love on them. I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.